Maniac, first time joining us.
Yo. Oh.
Yeah.
Am I there?
Yes, you are.
I am here. Nice. I had a doubt for a second. It's good to be with you.
You thought about miming on us?
I was going to go.
Most people are memeing this days. You should try the memeing part. You know, you think for Mousesports, are they going to hit the wall like we always see?
Yeah, we had this discussion in the groups, right? When it comes to Frozen, Robs, like, and Petter whipped out an interesting stat. Is like in Mousesports' wins in the last 3 months, Frozen is the highest rated player the most times. But if you include the losses, Robs has a higher rating and is more consistent. So basically just correlates that when Frozen is playing well, Mousesports tends to win games. That's why we picked him out here in our players to watch.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of what are the basic circumstances for Mousesports. Robs is always delivering. We know Robs is consistent. If anything, in that tournament so far, he probably has a little bit more in the engine than what he has shown. He has 1.10 rating over the season, which by Rob's standard is okay. But Frozen being able to put such high numbers, then that is a difference maker. That is one of the reasons why Mousesports are here. Let me ask you a question. Would you consider Mousesports to be top 10 right now in the world? I don't think so.
No.
I don't put them in that category. That game today, making it to the quarterfinal, could be a step towards that direction. But then you need your X Factor. You need Frozen to frag, and that's why he's in that video.
We can see, actually, NiP is switching it up, going for the nuke Veto. Usually they get rid of Vertigo, but I think the confidence from that Games Without Borders game, where they just played it, gives them confidence to do so. Mousesports gets rid of Dust, and wow, what a surprise! And
I am shocked.
For
if you
NiP.
see my face right now, I am shocked. I was just, oh, exactly. Wait,
There we go.
They call him on the bluff. They call him out on the bluff, and they pick Vertigo. But it's not a map that's supposed to be really, really good for Mousesports either. So I'm hoping they have a plan. I'm hoping it's not one of these, you know, seems like a very good idea at first, or they could see it coming.
Look, we're not getting really any normie maps right out of the gate here, which is kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
I like the term, normie.
I think it was coined by Chad Burchill, but I can't be...
As all the cool terms.
Yeah, I think he's brave to keep fighting this. He wants to maintain information, and Hampus lingering in that mid-smoke, crawling up the red room. Perhaps with Rez firing off some shots, this may go overlooked. Akor's still responsible.
Oh, blindsided.
Yeah, that's the end of Rez.
And, well, now diverting over towards the B site. Akor is about to get caught with his back open
this
here.
Is so perfect. You couldn't ask for more. Just, yeah, work his magic. Confirms the kill. Beamus not going to be able to do anything from his cave position. He'll start very early. If they start working out where the lion's share of these CTs are coming from...
Well, there's that volley.
Yeah, gone. Linus doesn't get to drop it. Up the ramp they go. Beamus going to be fighting for that, and you can see Beamus will actually deploy it to kind of isolate the fights from the long side. Dexter trying to find a way back in. This frag is everything. Hampus with one. He'd have to find all of the rest. It's not even planted for him. They haven't.
But they didn't pick up the kit. They didn't kill it. They needed a defuse.
Yeah, they got it. 10 seconds, just about across the line.
He's going to flash through from Frozen to fight.
Frozen steps out. Easy collection. There's more, way more than he bargained for. And now the M4 is in the hands of Rez, looking to make early impact. That was an opening kill, keeping track of Rez's impact in those openings. And Hampus just kept honest by the Beamus FAMAS.
Well, that bomb is loose. Device has been able to pick it up here, but this would be a necessity, and it is. Rez, that's a big find right there. B-bomb site's kind of open.
Kind of, and they've got the smokes necessary. I mean, like, Rez can throw out his, a Molotov on the right side. They're both so deep. I don't think he's even threatened by them at all. Beamus still can contest. And Rez is going to be his first victim. Akor to be utilized after. Device on the cross back, and yeah, too many players, too many bullets. And no plant. Cancelled again. Beamus with two highly impactful yet passive rounds to defend the B site. Yeah, and they'll get Akor, you know, with a little bit more pep in his step. He can have some fun, get some ants in his pants, and maybe even some frags in his bag. He pushes on the nade, interestingly enough, and that's resulted in a free MP9. Set up for this mid-fight as they do start to trickle on across that box. Frozen holding the cubby position, and it looks easy for the first. Rez gone, and as he maneuvers away, the chances starting to dwindle. They're starting to focus their attention on B, and with another one out of Hampus's Deagle, it's game time. Here they come. Dexter does nothing with his time. Uncontested plant, 2 remaining. Mousesports calling upon Rops and Frozen to solve all their problems. And solve they will. It's up against unarmored opponents. They've got all the equipment they may need, but they're running out of players. Rops the last man to the site, and it's already practically lost. The clock's on the Ninjas' side here. If they just survive, if they just avoid Rops as best they can, they got the info now, and they'll just tease it.
Guys,
we are still live.
For the retake.
We are still live. Rops with another, and now actually an opportunity to try and force this last fight. He doesn't have the kit, so Linus has pulled him off just in time. No time.
They'll be taking a save of their own here. Mid control being fought for, and Rops' Org is ready. Can't get anything done. Hampus is off to a hot start today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Hampus is always going to have a volatility to his play because he's going for openings. You know, it's just the lay of the land. A missed smoke, perhaps. Park the bus. They aren't going to know where Frozen is. It's still unconfirmed, and Acor lingers in the spawn, and now he's been given an AK, Chad.
That's
This one
a gift and a molly.
Starts to fall away. Yeah, he's got to line up for this. Trying to deny that default plant spot. It doesn't look bad either. It's a good spread on the corner. He won't be able to plant. Blocky has to go hunting, and Frozen's USP does fall. Acor, though, with some impact, partners up with the Pyjamas recovered rifle as well. Tucked in safe. Nothing on his first peek, and Acor's in the open for Rez, saving the ninjas. And the sound cue's given. Rops is on a really quick one. He's looking to wrap behind him, and it's worked. Striking into Hampus and completely disrupting the NiP attack. They're going to have to commit to B. That has sent them in. Dexter, from this cave position, he's got Bemis in support. This is an important duel, and he strikes perfectly. Device caught looking the wrong way. Rez with a flank of his own design, and now suddenly with a flurry of frags in favor, leaving just Bemis as that second in the cave. Rez catching another on the flank. That will keep Acor busy too. So it's 2 1v1s right now. You've got Rez juking it out with Acor. Bemis keeping Plopsky off the bomb. Rez has baited a shot out of Acor, and he's even recovered a smoke. That's so dreamy, Chad.
Surely Acor doesn't go through that. He has to go around. Like, you cannot disrespect that smoke if you're Acor. Now he has to regroup with Bemis here, who's still isolated towards cave.
No util now. It's time for the bullets, at least for the T side. You can see CTs will be using everything they can to close that gap. Time about half gone.
No kid either.
Here's the flash for the go. Both out of that cave position. Good duel from Plopsky, and they do wrap it up, put a bow on it, and call it 3. I mean, I think you're starting to see just the evidence of that. He's like, okay, if I keep throwing this util set that you're looking at right there on Hampus's screen, as long as we have one person set up by the time it's fading into that red room, it's just a question of when you choose to push. You know, like, it's so much power. And you can turn, I reckon, even 3v5s on the regular over in your favor if you lock that down and have access into the site. You just start poking B. Oh, and poking A is Rops. He's pushed the A halls. He's been spotted out, though, and that kind of cancels his plan. I think, in fact, that in the 3 games that they've played and lost, they've got a grand total of 18 rounds. And yet here to punish the NiP boys, Veto's hello. Rez, nice little knock off the head, and that rest should fall into place nicely. Not much a P250 and an armored Deeg should have to say in this one. Now with the bomb going down, Acor sprayed down, and Rez looking very effective on that AK-47.
Yeah, I know it's against an eco here. You brought it up before, Petter from HLTV, talking about how Rez, out of the 120 players within the group, there should be devices every other week, see you later, was the lowest rated in terms of finding entries.
Yeah.
So
exactly how effective a B-take can look. Oh, Acor disrupts. A quick peek straight down the ramp, and Hampus forced to watch the rest of this one. Nothing substantial, nothing concrete in the information at this point. It's Rops perhaps to take that first contact. He's been spotted out early, and Frozen has to do it all now. Not going to be easy. 14 bullets left in the mag. Molotov'd out, just burning. Takes one with him. Done well to keep it competitive. Linus to be denied the plant. Acor with an effective frag. And poor Plopsky. He's only got 30 seconds now, and all of that util starting to fade. He's got to take dry duels against AWPers, and that doesn't end well.
Otherwise, he maybe just holds that line. So there's that molly again. Here we go. Round number 8 getting underway. Hampus out mid, immediately taking, well, a bunch of damage down to 51. Sorry, 49. Took 51.
Yeah, Hampus surely going to be booked on this one if it... Say he could be bugged. Maybe Mousesports are vulnerable if there's a sound cue heard. He's walked straight into Acor's aim. Misses his shot. Hampus gets a second chance.
He's pinned now, though. Are they going to try to isolate him?
Bemis's gimmick has gotten him some info, and looks like Plopsky returning the favor, just spanking his bottom on the way out. Hampus has his red room. Here they come from every angle.
I know he's on the left.
Every angle. Fine. No worries. Frozen solved the problem, and the rest of the ninjas are all coming in single file. Some util deployed. Acor with the disruptive smoke dropped. Do you have to go through that? Flashes better be good. Bemis does lose vision, but from behind he should strike, and he's good for it. And that's a solid CT shutout. NiP kept very honest in these last two. Have some potential to play. Flopsy's going to start playing with that gap now. All too aware of, Pyjamas and his... you see one player doing something you weren't doing, you are going to dig deeply into that.
Yeah, you got to be on top of that type of stuff here. And, well, there you go, Dexter with the opener. That's the little flash wombo combo you're going to see in mid a lot. Dexter for Frozen, Frozen for Dexter. They'll be helping each other out here. And then I feel this is a perfect position for Pyjamas.
Yeah, and I mean, unless he's playing in Gambit, he'd probably have 3 other players with him in that cave position. Something that was interesting that stood out to me was Gambit's belief that playing and holding the site from that cave position as a unit
Oh,
is their solution. I can't believe he's gone down to just spray there.
Oh, dear. This is getting real problematic now. They've tried to make a move for info, but now Pyjamas is isolated. That means Dex is the lone man on this B bomb site. Oh, that might save him.
Yeah, maybe. At least for the reposition. There's a little gap around for the peak. And, oh, that's the end of Dexter. That could be the end of the B site as well. 2 picks across the map, and NiP profiting from their earlier adventures.
And this time around, it was Hampers through the smoke. This is Pyjamas getting some exits alongside of Rops here. They won't be going for this one. Yeah, I think I started looking at like historical.
Yeah, Pyjamas, good utils, kept Hampus honest, but I think he'd still be able to get across prior to that smoke fade. Good utils set out of Pyjamas, keeps him where he wants him.
Yeah, and Rops is pushing A again, so this really is becoming a theme right now. Look how far Rops is able to get here and not converting that frag onto Linus. That is a huge hemorrhage on the CT defense.
And Linus playing his role. And here comes Zach Galifianakis himself. A fully flashed off A-Core, dead AWP. And NiP, they've still got 45 seconds, just one by one, dispatching of the Swedes. A bad flash, a dead Pyjamas. And now Frozen and Dex are just looking to try and make this a little more costly for the Ninjas, but damn, Rez is not slowing down for anyone.
What is your star of the future? NiP just renewed with Rez. Oh my lord. Straight through the smoke. That's a frag you're happy to take every day of the week.
Yeah, and I think just a little bit of excitement there for Hampus as he tries to push and disrespect the CT util.
Well, the double AWPs are being brought out here, so Rops is holding A with this, and he should be able to get 1 and 4.
Yeah, this is his every day of the week, and oh, the prize scalp takes down Rez. Now it's Mousesports' turn to seize and convert off of an early advantage. Really does sound like they're actually in donut at times, and Rops has collected the penultimate frag in its only device and walked straight on into that AWP.
No, they definitely had a double AWP setup. I don't know, maybe they're doing something a bit different? Maybe there's a reason for the madness?
Yeah, of course there is. It's 6-6. NiP already very juicy with a 6th T-round posted. Hampus undeterred by his previous shortcomings, and he gobbles that flash. Dexter sets up Frozen, and he tames the spray for a second as well. Device scouted out by that gap. Keeps his eye pressed to the scope regardless. And Plopsky's walking straight on into that AWP line. I don't fancy his chances on this one, and wow, good shot out of Dexter. Told of that. Linus snappy onto Rops. He's dancing with this AWPer here. Flash actually looks quite promising. I like the way this man's thinking, but the flank is so quick. He is being pushed on. The flash perfect from him to try and close and isolate the gap onto Dexter. But from behind they strike. He does look ready for that, giving it a solid show.
And Linus into a deagle, so this should be 8 here for Mousesports. They're going to win out the half, and straight through the molly. They're going to take so much damage. Look at all of this, and they're still able to run him down.
Yeah, the product of disrespecting the flames is Frozen's caught with a nade in his hand. Rotate on the way, damage inflicted, but now they've got another. They could actually get the bomb down here, Chad.
Look at the flash.
It's so perfect. Dexter can't deny the plan, but he can take 2 of the 3 on the site. Linus another from his Deeg. 3 HP, but he puts Dexter on his arse. There's still something to be said about this. They've got so much time, so much util. It should just be a formality. I can't believe NiP have made it this close. They want to push him. They should cap him. A-Core misses, goes for the no-scope. Now NiP have the advantage. Pyjamas are smoking a kit. That might be his best bet. He thinks the same. Time getting a bit sensitive here. Some stray bullets, he might have to hold it. Does fake it out. He'd need them both. He need them now. Linus trying to knife him in the smoke. He'll take 1, but there's no time. NiP on an eco, Chad. Linus is deagle, Plopsky as well.
Famus is ensure the AWP's out here, but that's a big one to drop.
Yeah, that's going to really leave a mark. Mousesports going to be feeling the brunt of that one. Hampus up to his usual antics. He's very stubborn on his mid-fights. Frozen with the flash. This time Hampus ready. Dexter peeks out. So he knows a little bit more about the setup now. Rob's aggressive in the halls. Duking it out with Rez.
Yeah, Rez here. Looks like he's aware of something. The jiggle. Oh, Rez knows. And Rez converts. Number advantage here. HP advantage as well. Dexter's still low. He's had to rotate over towards this A site. They're very susceptible all across the map right now, Mousesports.
Oh, well, one clawed back as Devices look to pose and prod and get some info on B. Another body dropped on the B side. That's going to propel them into A here. Frozen with a lovely Lof angle and keeps them distracted for one. Dexter another. Hampus should be set for this first onto Dexter, but as he turns to flash, well played. Dude, an armored CZ. Oh, it's not even armored.
This is going to get juicy.
But it's a very good pistol for that Jewel. Plofsky, that's a little bit uncomfortable, bro. He's been run down. Maybe that'll bait them in.
He got left hanging there.
He really did. They fully just abandoned
See ya, bro.
Yeah, now there's more to be done. Rez has got issues, and Mousesports looking set for this pistol. Looking to go 2 for 2 in the pistol round. Nice recovery out of Linus. He's handed Hampus something, at the bare minimum, a kit, 2 frags available. And that's all he'll get. Mousesports, okay, 100% of the pistols. Let's see if this time...
All right, you're going to see it reflected in their play, Plopsky. There's a chance here. Acor just on the other side. He's seen the foot, and that's all he needed.
Jacob sticker, that's a proper throwback. Oh, yoy! And that is quite the headshot out of Hampus.
What was that?
Through the door. I haven't seen one of them.
I think he's going to have to do a lot more than just that here. They're coming in towards B, and he's about to be smoked off. Oh, the tag, not bad.
It's something, isn't it? Unfortunately, none of his teammates are nearby to build upon it.
I don't think so. They very much could do. I think that Mouse operate a little bit differently. When they run in, you can get a bit of an angle, but I guess they're waiting for the commitment. The nade on through a little bit shy. They are coming.
Oh, okay, so Rez is really, that might incite the execute. Mousesports are coming. Device to be boosted, I thought. And Linus again, good for the damage on the Deeg. He's consistently putting his name in the feed on these buys. Loudly did drop off. Beamos is just wormed under that smoke, and it's fading now. Should see one here onto Robs at least. Return of fire not there. Plopsky even spotting him out. Mousesports are losing another one, Chad. Surely not. He's got time, he's got health, he's even got Beamus by his side, not for much longer. And now frozen up against the entire squad. A lot of ground. Linus caught out. Plopsky's gonna have to do so much, and they ask too much of him. 1.5. It ain't enough.
See him out.
Beamus confirms our suspicions, and this is one way to solve things, a quickie.
He's managed to get 13 to his name. You'd love to start seeing a little bit more out of
the 2 new rookie Swedes, and Plopsky was my favorite of the 2. Double molly from Mouse.
Double orbs as well from NiP.
Yeah, okay, so a couple of interesting ones for mid-take. Here, Frozen's on his way straight in, and oh my god, Device on the repeat. That is so brave. They're coming for you, bro. Takes down Beamers, can't quite bolt in time for a third, but that's that second AWP. Fires off a warning shot across the bow. Frozen left with just a scrap of health, and are they gonna commit? That is the question. Rez set for success, clears out Rops, and yeah, Mousesports with very little left now. Acor and Frozen, you've got Donut, but it's...
I think that's what we were expecting coming into today, right? We didn't know what type of matchup we were going to get. We didn't know exactly who the favorite was, both of these teams.
So they exchange and battle for control. Quite a quick one. Very quick, but Plopsky's done well. Just pulls the trigger, completely blind, and catching Beamer's clothesline. Device potentially onto Acor. Hampus pushing in now, and Robs clears him perfectly. Perhaps Rez will be the element of surprise they've been looking for. And Barrel spotted, still hits the shot on the AWP. Oh, look at that plant spot. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that in a second to see if it becomes part and parcel of this round. Time ticking, Rez dueling with that Krieg. And that's the end of that. Plopsky's had enough.
Yeah, no way back in once that bomb's gone down. Just smoked up. Well handled here from Mouse.
Orps here should have a field day. This is a fight that Device is Molotoved out immediately and call it quits. What a lovely piece.
What a molly that was.
It completely cancelled any power Device had.
This is great from Mouse. Look at this, exploiting the tendencies. They just need to be ready for the Hampus flank.
That's all they have to be ready for. And perhaps they're not. So many backs turned. He steadies his aim, takes down the Orpa. And as it fades, oh my god, a brawl. Even exchange, it does favor Rops. He got the pair. Bomb to be planted. Device had to hit that one. He puts the bomb back on the
15.
floor. And with only 15 seconds left, he could hit another one for the denial.
Oh, not far
just
off.
shy of the mark. Bemis will get it down and retreat back to that ramp side. 2 orbs, but still through the smoke they strike. Only Frozen, and he's caught on the advance. Wow, great recovery from NiP. NiP kept it very interesting on rounds like this on their T side, and Hampus was a part of that. Is he really going to fight? And that's an AK delivered. Express shipping. Rez has to hit that and better survive. 45. Dexter to rat around the smoke, hoping to slip through. Rez not going to allow that to happen. And
oh, nice shot.
Deeg perhaps opening up the playbook a little here. Equals been caught, and that cross is just held. Plopsky.
There it is, Rob's deploying that aggressive mid-play here. Hampus is nuts.
What's he up to? And he is behind them. Strikes into 1, maybe 2. Hampus, you got any more for me?
What about to be 12-12 with 2,400 into the bank balance in the next round? Yeah, because next round there's nothing, right? 2,400. That's all that they're going to get as a loss bonus here, and they've lost another. Rez strikes, Acor's down, Orpa dead. Yeah.
Ah. Oh, and condemned to peanuts in the next round. They're going to get hunted. Rops has dealt with Device, a bit slippery. It's got an imposing presence now as you hear those footsteps loudly looking to close the gap. And off the flash, he's isolated a Jewel, not so much. Linus keeps him in check.
Robs could be the player to find them a couple of kills here.
Oh, that's the cue for a bit of a nade dump. Very
well
good.
Placed.
Look at that. So much damage, and with their ears ringing, Mousesports start their commitment. 1 by 1 into the scope. Take your turn, stamp your ticket. There you have it.
They won't be disrespecting that, but waiting for it to fade. So here he is again. Hampus up to his old tricks.
You can't get away with it again. We saw how much it frustrated Mouse the first time, and he's doing it again.
They're not even clearing. They're not even clearing.
They haven't cleared him, and he takes 2. Does not expect a 3rd, but the damage is done effectively and diligently. A boost does look like an effective way to do it. They can kind of clear him out, and Linus ready for it, adjusts, and it's perfect. The best weapon for the job as well.
It's just going to be these pistols again here. So 5 dastardly Deagles is... Oh, it's a smoke molly combo this time round at Hampus. Here he is one more time.
They're not ready for him. Why does it look like they're not ready? Bemis is, but he's managed to take 1 with him. Effective stuff out of Hampus, and he's left Bemis on 12 HP.
Deck around right now.
Bad flash, safe angle. Plopsky set for success there. That's one to take notes from.
Yeah, I think he gets his own back there from the pistol with the CZ, right? Try that one. Got jiggled out and got absolutely wrecked.
Draw fire and attention. Dexter and Robs, 1 from cave, 1 from the ramp, and now just 1 left. 18 seconds to pour Soul, an entire squad to contend with. Plopsky isn't looking the right way, but he's very audibly heard. Vice pushing in for this and will collect. So, save it all for when we're actually on Vertigo. Why not? There's a lot to be said about that. Dexter charging out middle. Trying to catch a little bit of something summon.
No aggressive Hampus this time, right? So the one round that they're sending out there like a heat-seeking missile to find him. Nobody home other than that pushes over towards A
Found him this time.
Yeah.
Found him. No Hampus. No problem. Not for Rez. He'll be posting up for an aggressive Halls play. It is a lot of pressure on Linus, and with an AK-47, he's going to have to hold a red room take if Frozen goes late. 3 walking into Donut.
This is the right setup, though, from NiP.
If Rez somehow gets Rops early...
This.
Oh, that's so good! And there's no one following him, so now Device focuses attention on Donut. That's the go sign. Acor's taking him down. The crossfire's still established, though. It's a question of what Rez can get done. And Linus has done so much work. 3 when he's called upon, and just about confirms the presence of Frozen as well. Linus dumps the incendiary. Oh, they could go down, but he takes another with him. all from the rookie, 24, at the tippy top of the scoreboard as well. That's a fantastic final round of play.
I have to be kind towards Mousesports. Okay, they had really good pistol rounds. They won both of them. That's really good. No joke aside, look, the shining light has to be Pyjamas. He's the one I'm going to be looking forward. That CT side, the way he defended that cave position, Candles right there, he stopped a lot of these B splits coming in from NiP, and we know that is the plan. We know NiP like to play the B side time and time again, and I thought Pyjamas did great. He did really, really great, but the rest of the team was absent. And to be honest, this is an NiP win, but a clear win at that. I don't care about the scoreline. This is a clear win NiP. You're talking about Hampus. I wanted to bring out a situation, actually 2 situations, as we have these stats coming over right there. Hampus, I believe, had the key to the castle somewhere towards the end of that game.
We're ready to get this one underway. An A commit, sandbags Molotov down. Process of elimination dictates that the plant can now go down. Smokes are up. There's no way for them to contest other than that nade, and damn, Dexter's gone down to 3 HP from that. A gap, though, in the first of the smokes has enabled the frag, and now the bomb across. Pyjamas safe, bodyguarded across. They just used the one smoke, and it's enabled them to get it down, Chad.
Did they miss a smoke?
Uh-oh, I can already see how this goes. Linus had a smoke and a kit, and the smoke is down. Both of them are down. The kit loose. They'll have to pick it up. A brawl now around the smokes. Frozen needs one, needs this one. And they're charging at him with knives out. Oh my God, Frozen will get him. On the bomb now, no kit recovered. It's 3 from Rez. Plopsky has to finish the job for the boys.
What is going on?
Yeah, and I just can't quite explain that one. A knife to finish. Acor will finish the job. Confirm any info we can get here, and short to constant threat. This is what he was waiting for, but Dexter does strike and looks good for Mouse here to convert. The hard part's over.
Plopsky's committed. He has to fight.
And he will. Fights off the first with a FAMAS and a high flash to get him back in behind the smoke if he desires.
He'd love a teammate right about now.
Where are they? No one has arrived in time. Linus just about gets to the elevator position. Device still working on that flank.
It's going to be very, very interesting just to see. Like, NiP leaving this open, there's always the potential that can be picked. You're calling the bluff of your opponent. There's a lot of different things that go into that. Oof. Okay, well, Device has just been absolutely wreck-a-roonied. Nice shot there from Robs.
A chance to get a weapon, an early duel. Linus might go a bit aggressive on this, and, well, Robs has dealt with it. Lovely, easy collection. And Dexter's cleared A, like he's actually pushed the entire thing. That gets really, really awkward about now for the Ninjas.
Definitely. They have no idea. Look at this. Easy collection for the Aussie.
Oh, that's lovely.
Let's see if he can get them. 4th. No, Acor wants that one, and Acor with that knife kill he had on the pistol.
Sending Acor in just to clear out that default box and Device. If you put your head in the vice, Acor will pull the trigger, and it's as easy as that. Nice movement as well, trying to maintain that space. Hampus to rotate in. Linus fully flashed off the line. It looks great for Mousesports here. That AWP investment already justified as it's given him a way into this B site. Now it's time to get across. 2 smokes to be deployed from Mouse. You'd expect to see them now. The reactions from the CT is in. Oh, back turns. Linus a bit late to the draw, and only 1 in the feed from the Ninjas. Not going to be easy by any stretch.
They're hanging around, though.
And he's smoked off again. Hampus has got no way in, and stray bullets into the smoke will force the save.
So Plopsky and Rez can drop rifles across if they'd like to.
Worm away. No, he's going for a bit more. Pre-aiming some boosts, and that's the end of him. Doesn't get a chance to really think about it. He's eliminated immediately. And talking of partnerships, you can see Plopsky and Linus in a potent little crossfire of their own. I say crossfire, definitely not by definition what it is, but a couple of warning shots. The bait and switch works out wonderfully. It's a 1 for 2, and it's a deal that favors the Ninjas because it's left Mouse only operating with Acor's AWP, and the Ninjas using this partnership system.
Shot.
Yeah, Dink exchange. The AK's just better. Plopsky found the 2 to pull NiP into this man advantage, and now it's down to perhaps him to finish it.
Well, good util here. Time a bit of a problem, though. They need to get this bomb down.
Yeah, and the flash could enable it. It's not going to be easy. 1 single bullet or even a nade, some shrapnel to finish off the job. Acor's just got no hope. Very dry here. There's so many members on the other side of that scaffolding.
They heard him.
And Plopsky, hard shot to hit. How does he take Frozen down so efficiently there? Hampus good for 1 as well, just on that default box. So again, these A duels have given that man one-man advantage over. It doesn't look like it will last forever.
Nice
Acor
shot.
snaps to Hampus over the smoke. Divider smoke left side provide from Dexter. And there's another one on Acor. Rops could throw one out as well. See if Device has got the wallbang lineup. He does. One more bullet. He pulls off Dexter's plan. Repositions though the leader just about. No! Linus again with the denial, and now Rops has got so much pressure on his shoulders. He's got to plant another fake at 8 seconds. That's unreasonable. And now there's no time. He cancels it again. He'd need all 3 frags. He needs all 3 frags! Oh my god, it nearly happened. Device just gets himself up on the box in time, saves his AWP.
Mouse are in a position right now to really break the ninjas.
And Rez is going to feed the beast. Molly's a little short, doesn't really have anything or any ramifications.
Oh, they haven't cleared him.
Oh, Linus was aware of the possibility, but Rob still strikes true. And they might have to save now. You can see they're already starting to Scarper, but Acor's plucked another on the retreat.
But as I mentioned, Frozen can hear all those footsteps above him, so just noisy. And now it's about holding on to these, well, guns. It's just one now, singular, Device, AWP. We'll have to contend with all 5. It's Rops, but he's given up his position here. I don't think he's long for this world.
Oh, it just gets around the corner, but an ambitious repeat. He knew the gap was closing fast.
Now, boosting up in middle, that is Linus, elevated. We've already seen from NiP a couple of tendencies, and I know this is an eco round, so you're more likely to go more gambly and heavy in the stacks, but they've played 2 mid and leaving B open. Linus has heard a step or 2. You'd love to see him get 1.
Oh, and he got away as well. Maybe that will bait Rops into this fight with Device's Deeg. Nade looks good for Linus. Oof, perfect trajectory. Plopsky's trying to flank. Rops would have heard this or suspected it the same. And that comes easy.
Well, this is 6 already here for Mouse, right? They are going to mop up these final few kills. It's just Resin, Device. Now the bomb.
You're going to want to pull out all the stops, and they definitely have. Mousesports Vertigo looking fierce right now. Dexter calling a good game.
I just like the fact they're not rushing anything. You know, they're just really taking their time. Oh, look at that. Special delivery for Rez right there. They have so much space, and Acor's baiting.
That's gonna go. 2 straight up, and Plopsky loses his head. Frozen takes off Hampus as well. Rez with a defensive smoke to try and aid the gap for Linus. Good counter utility from the CTs just to slow their roll a little bit. But during all of this chaos, you've already got the late lurk out mid from Rops. He's planning to strike should his team require it. They haven't gone for the plant. Frozen considering it now. And there's no AWP in place, so no wall bangs to be seen or heard.
That volley's late from Linus. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah, not at all. They've already got the bomb down and then some.
And Rops is coming.
Whoa, they may as well call this 1-7. Rez, that's great. Is he considering the flank? He has Device looking for him now, trying to clear out Rops. And yeah, no, not a very diligent clear. Can't really fault him either. Rops just completely under the enemy lines. And already a 7th.
Yeah, they're really running away with this. It's good to see Mousesports here, showing a strong face. You don't really know what Mousesports map pool is, you know. They seem to always play something different. There you go, a nice find. Rops will find Rez, and there it is. They've waited every time. So then this time they've thrown something a little bit different. And it's been on a gun round. It's been on a key round. Oh, look at this.
Oh, you want something different? How about charging into Device on B stairs? This time, however, Dev has come up trump.
He's actually bought into this with a bunch of extra cash. Did Rez drop him the M4? He may have done.
Well, it may be paying off. Hampus, oof, loses his life. He took 1 shot onto Frozen, does leave him at just 33 points of health. At least makes the CZ. Oh, you wouldn't go further. Oh, Plopsky. Oh, Plopsky, this is what they were waiting for. He does go down. Feeds them exactly what they were waiting for. The information is going to be transferred, but yeah, 1 flash is all Rez has. Good luck, have fun. You better hit some scorching deagle shots up against this Rops AK-47. I really don't fancy your chances. Device is here now. Bomb to go down. As soon as he does rattle off a tracer fire or 2, there will be bullets in return. Bomb has been ready. This is going to be for 8.
They're going for it. Rez has a kit.
No smoke on that bomb. And a nice, snappy one to finish off the job, but it's just the frag onto Frozen. That's all they can celebrate. It is going to be that 8th.
It's just strange they have Device over towards B on a consistent basis, right? So with the AWP, it's not a bad weapon to hold down that B site, but
Hampus, he's just jumped straight down the B stairs, and there's more to come. A tag into the shoulder blades of Acor, but he leaves with it. And now Device down and out. It looks like NiP are too. Linus has to be the hero, trying to beat Dexter to the punch. He's done that. And that relieves a lot of pressure.
Where's Plopsky during all of this?
Rez, expecting another one. He wasn't, and now Linus has got his head on a swivel. Acor last seen B stairs side, and a loud one behind you. You really have to hold your nerve here if you're LNC. Now focusing on Frozen. It's the right call to make. Will take him down, and that's the finish. 3 from the rookie. Impactful fragging, putting a third.
Oh, and look at this. Hampus, hello.
So,
be careful.
People firing bullets into the smoke at you. Hampus is catching them, and I don't know who's going to leave with a frag here. It's up for debate. Great nade, just shy of the mark, though. 55. Dexter, however, takes both heads down. Rez and Plopsky, nothing to report. Nothing from their A-ramp hold.
Oof. That's another round. They've just stomached 2 deaths straight away here. So NiP, they did it before. I don't know how they're going to do it again. Surely Linus has done enough here. You can't expect him to have another big round.
I mean, the ground's set for something. He's going to be cleared by Acor, it looks like. Oh, the whole squad will clear him. Okay. Looks like Mousesports are being incredibly thorough.
Yeah, and Device is just going to want to save, right? So, jeez, this is 9. This is out of control now. It's not starting to get out of control. It's not just looking good for Mouse. It's, especially since Ancient came out, NiP have been prioritizing that. It doesn't feel like they have a super strong map pool. I think even Twist was on the team at that point as well, right?
That's
so,
how much I'm living in the
past.
past. Oh, Linus with a real attempt. A Hail Mary, if you will.
Let's get this one over, shall we?
Yeah, I think NiP have decided the same.
And they're getting, in the last 3 rounds, they've had the opening 2 kills. Now there's another one. Inferno next. I guess we should see if we can get there quick. Just keep it fast. Just keep the pace up because it's looking dire right now. Okay, they know where he is. Regroup. Go to the other bomb site. Plant the bomb.
Like, you're down 10 rounds. He has the mindset of, we've got to do something. We need something now. It's not like we can afford to give away 1 at this point in time. You've got 2 opportunities he wanted to go for.
Now you're NiP. You floated something in the Veto. You didn't think you would get punished on it, right? Because that's the way it's starting to look now.
Longest, if not most exciting Inferno games of IEM Cologne. There was that ridiculous OT versus Liquid.
Yeah, that was a good game.
25-28, that one finished, and that was for the team's fate.
This is just, it's hard to watch a game like this. And we already know that NiP's has been a little bit more fragile. Just picking up the last few kills here. The man who bought the M4, last alive, and I'm sure he'd love to save this and should be doing exactly that. 11 now. As the bomb goes off, Mousesports post yet another round. Nice, I'm glad. All right, yeah, I hope there's a Steam group. Join the Cool Boys.
Cool Boy Club. Shadow books him. Look at the tracking. Oh boy, and then Rez a bit late to the trigger there. Does not have a rebuttal. Acor, again successful on these NiP ramp maneuvers. Hampus does well to find 1 on the edge of the smoke prior to the fade, and Rez wants to stick around for more here. Trying to peek under that smoke. Acor seems wise to his tricks, and 1 between the legs there. And that's quite the response. Hampus just long range into the AWP, his eyes looking elsewhere, and it enables NiP to at least try and finish with a 4th. John Lennon for a second. Maybe this one's still up for debate, Chad, because Device has been caught with a nade pull.
Yeah, and it's Frozen and Rops to clutch.
Yeah, probably the scariest pair. Smoked off, Linus, a lot to do here, and Frozen's really not going to give you any respite. Rez, the 1v2, just for a little bit of pride at this point. Not going to be fun as he rounds the corner, sees the barrel, knows it could be one close, and it's all Frozen. Damn, Mousesports looking to finish this one quickly, and they are within touching distance already. They're going for a mid to B, dude. Like,
They're going into the blender.
are in the right place. Oh, Dexter run down, and this Glock train is on its way. Suddenly, the USPs are filling the feed, every single one. Hampus, Linus respond. Frozen with 2 to deal with. He does have the bomb, or at least he did. It's now been retrieved. Hampus has it. He's got a nice stop molly lined up. Hampus will get it down regardless. Burning.
Who's going to relent first? Dexter seems like he's hanging about. He wants some traction here. Flash in.
Not bad, and the shot is better. Hampus with a quick reaction through the tarpaulin. Game on. Game on indeed. So
look at Robs. He's pushing through middle.
he'll have a
He
bit of a
loves
flank
these maneuvers.
here,
He did it on the T half, and now he's doing it on the CT side.
It'll be a late flank. Looks like Hampus is starting to crawl up. And Bemis unprepared for that positioning. He wasn't expecting him so far up. But feels like he's been a bit hard done by there, Hampus. Could have and should have perhaps been a frag. Akor's still on the site.
Problems now for NiP.
What's that Rob's flank status? Ah, just as I asked, he puts his name in the feed and the bomb on the floor. Popsky does recover it.
Oh, this is going to get so hard for NiP to win now.
Yeah, because they kind of have to go A. Like,
and they're worried about Rops the entire time. He's rotating too.
Oh, that's so smart. His presence alone. He can be in 2 places now, essentially. One ghost parked at ramp and tested. Akor only good for half of the damage.
Oh, they're all quite low here.
Oh, and another through the box.
They're expecting behind.
Yeah, he strikes for the first, but the jig is up. He'd need another, and Popsky dances with him well. I fancy a couple of Mac 10 frags here. Our device to get a little confidence boost. The confidence is far from boosted. It's an even trade. Could have been more. Linus is constantly looking more threatening than he has previously. I really am happy for him.
If they bring this back, Alex, I'm going to be more than impressed. I don't know what could be more than impressed.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I think the hall was too big.
Isn't it?
Like,
if it was 10-5, maybe?
A 12-3 half, Chad.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Where did both of them go?
There's a little boosty boy maneuver.
Okay, I'm starting to get a little concerned. Picked up an AK, and he's taken another head. NiP, you need a multi out of someone. It's Rez or Linus. Rez looking like a man possessed in pursuit of another, and Dexter's at least got a read of the situation. Bemis working on a flank, I believe.
Oh, they missed the molly. Nothing looks good for NiP at the moment.
Just as you were starting to like actually build the first step in the comeback story, now NiP are warning us off. Looking a bit sketched out here and actually pushing off of that short flash with backs turned. It's damage, that's the frag. Rez expecting the partnership there and just a preemptive wall bang.
7 HP for Bemis too.
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a chance here. He's going to get preemptively checked. Oh, couldn't find it. The other was low.
Well, now it's against the gun, so let's see. One's already slipped the net to the left of Device here. It is Robs. Oh, what a combo that was.
That was lovely, and Robs should have them both booked. Mousesports, that's a perfect start. You couldn't really ask for more. In fact, Rez was flashed off. The smoke's the only thing that guises his advance. And if he tries any funny business, Dexter will receive him. Didn't see his toes, so Robs will find a third.
Immediately purchasing straight in with whatever they can.
Oh, the double nade. All of the gimmicks have come through perfectly. First, it was Frozen with the Org frag. This time, it's the double nade. Device now has to watch as this 20th round transpires. That's very brave from Dexter. He wants to actively contest this, and he has been swung on. Rez only kept to 1. And that's the end of Linus. Good reaction out of Akor. Slither gap and hits the bullet required. Looking like a 14th here.
You're kind of hoping this one gets taken care of pretty quick here by Mouse. I think if you're a Mouse fan right now, you don't want to let this one get back to close affairs. Not bad out of Plopsky to get one. I think that's probably all he's going to get here. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Bemis will strike. That is 14-6.
Mousesports camp, it's Bemis. Okay, so here they come. Nade from Bemis already promising. The molly extinguished, and they're coming straight into his domain. Akor 1, holding down Mouse 1 for 3. Quick maths. 15 for Mouse, 1 frag away.
The 1-on-5 with the Deagle from the B lobby.
Yeah, I mean, so it's going to become like a best-of-1 elimination game between the two of them.
On Inferno.
On Inferno,
We all
which
like
is
some Inferno.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he's trying to do, you rascal. Trying to hit bridge players. And Plopsky, a bit of a kerfuffle. It's all falling apart. Dexter to finish it up right here and now. The Bullets just shy of finishing off Rez, but yeah, Mousesports, they've come and punished the NiP float of Vertigo. You don't think we can play this? You don't think we can play this? You don't think we're going to pick it and make your life utter misery? Well, think again. Because there you have it, spotless. 16-6, Mousesports respond in the series. Call that 1-1.
Yeah, I am a little bit confused. I am perplexed. I gotta be real. I thought NiP allowing Vertigo to be in the pool, knowing how their nuke might be, should being the operative word, that they have a plan. Right? There's some sort of preparation behind it. But you could clearly see that was not the case. There was a league, 2, 3, 5 leagues of difference between these two teams on the map. You can see NiP had no idea how to start rounds. They were losing men time and time again. It was messy. It was not nice to watch. But if you're Mousesports, you push it to a third map at least.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it was just a confidence gamble, really, not thinking that Mouse would go for Vertigo. It didn't turn out great last time they played, and also Mousesports doesn't have any wins on the map, right? But Mousesports called NiP's bluff. I think they also had a good plan coming into this one. Relatively simple, right? But after winning pistol, converting first gun round, they focused more towards B, and Acor was doing a good job early on in that half. He got an entry kill on Device in that round, and also in round number 7, where both teams were low on money, he got another entry kill. So not the amount of frags, but the impact is there.
Vertigo looking very convincing from Mousesports. How much of that was NiP just giving it away, not being prepared for the map in play today?
We are live, and the first kills come in. Device has taken out Frozen.
Wow, that's punish for us and punishment for the boys of NiP as they catch a nade in response. But this man advantage will still be held, and that tightest of lines pre-fired Device has come into Inferno looking refreshed. 2 quick kills out of his pistol has given them there, and they've been allowed to wrap. Look at that, such a passive hold from Rops, and Bemis has led to a full isolation of the only B defender.
Yeah, well, that's it. This one should be done, right? Rops and Pyjamas would have to go around the world against 5, and they're still walking in. Look how patient.
Oh, not clearing.
Oh, having a look. They know where you are. Don't forget, Rops would love to keep that 100 Kev.
2 scouts, and neither of them for Acor here, so that one's curious. 1 for Dexter, 1 for Rops, and they're actually aggressive, wanting to find some tags here early. Throw NiP for a bit of a spin, and that's one way to kick it off. Rops, a big shot onto Rez here.
Oh, and that's Dexter's shot, taking a chunk out of Hampus as well. The scouts, mission accomplished. Oh, more tags.
Get out of here.
Oh, God. Their limbs are barely hanging on.
Save?
I mean, you're not far off. It's almost better than winning the pistol if you can take this and take all those AKs for free. AKs. Don't know why I'm pluralizing for dramatic effect. But there's another. Dexter will finish the job he started onto Plopsky, and Acor boosted up. Does go down, but will they clear? Linus. Oh, he does.
He's doing it all.
Head on a
He's the only one with
swivel.
full HP. He's just taking all 3.
Yeah, but now they know where they both are. The scout from Rops has filled the feed, and it was through his teammate Bemis. Both coming in from Banana side, and a full sack of util as well. Maybe we can see that.
Look at a molly.
Smoke and molly used. Bemis could drop this towards the position. Device is not ready for this. He's going to have to reposition as the fight comes in from Rops. Linus could have to do it all here. He's hiding behind the pillar. Device forced forward by the flames. He lives on, though. Tucked in on the second. That's the duel. Linus has got all 4, and he's saved NiP from a pantsing. That was supposed to be a Mousesports conversion of all that early damage, but courtesy of LNZ, NiP will make it 2.
That's huge, right? What he's done right there is massive. We were talking about, and I was joking about it, but the fact that they were softened up and they're in low HP.
Acor's turn.
Fool me once, I think.
Yeah, nade to push them off. They have boosted here, so Device is vulnerable if he does quietly expose himself. Realize how that sounds. And just a warning shot.
Quick reactions. It did tag him up, so they're chipping them away here, Mousesports. Clamp down on mid now. Oh Oh my god, they just continue to find the accuracy.
He actually gets them both. And there's one from Robs' Dig as well. Again, NiP conceding these openers. Great nade in response. Bemis and Robs both caught that, but it's Acor who still wants to force the issue. He knows where you are, and they might send a Deagle after you. Bailing him out of trouble is Hampus. Doesn't have the bullets for this, and he's lost his teammate now. Oh, even less this time. Device catching Frozen will at least give them the plant. Destruction. Robs is down. Okay, threat neutralized. Device playing the off angle and will catch Dexter's walk up. So now only the armored Acor. And time getting a bit sensitive. They're on the way out. He'd love to take a rifle away from them on the way out. Really, Device?
I think we can see you, Mr. Acor. Your long, scouty barrel.
Pretty close to swallowing them at times. My God, Mousesports have made a very competitive 3 out of this one, but looks like Device using that T-side orb immediately to ply his trade. He's got a kill and a half there, and Frozen catches a second. Swedish by design.
Dry.
Yeah, completely dry, but they actually got hit 2 of the 3. They only have to get past Robs, and yeah, he's been kept very honest.
Wow.
That worked so well. Was there even a flash, Chad?
I just think there was the Moto smoke and they just went. Should be dead in the back here. Yeah, it doesn't hear it at all. Easy one. Hampus even gets a second shot, so... Well, they've been threatening on these Deagle and Scout rounds. Let's see if they can do it again. Up close mid with a couple of HEs. Hampus going to walk into the den here, and that feels very scary, doesn't it? Close up mid crossfire without a flash. They could be rumbled. Don't worry about the flash. Pyjamas ahead. Uses the sound cue, gets himself an opener, and NiP under the pump against the pistols again.
And Bemis given an opportunity. He will seize it. Rez swinging out for the punish. He anticipates it perfectly. Huge. And Bemis is doing it all on his own. Anybody else fancy their chances up against this man's Deeg?
Hasn't even reloaded yet.
No need. He'll just get another headshot for free. No, back away. AK to play. And pre-fires for the finish. Oh, it's been stolen from him by Linus. Nearly the ace. He'd have loved to have not let those weapons fall into enemy hands, but Bemis has killed so many people in such close proximity, there should be plenty. And there's another one now. Rops has taken his head off, and...
Well, to dissuade any early window... Oh, it's a pop flash. They want to find it again?
Yeah, and look what they find. Oh, perfect. Rops, Bemis partner up to completely smash through the Ninjas in Pyjamas setup.
That is insane. When do you ever see a mid defense like that?
Not for a couple of years.
But they know. Oof.
Oh, okay, Linus.
He's won a couple of clutches.
Yeah, and he's just wormed away through that smoke. He's paused within it. He's clutched from here before, and he's getting for the graveyard position. It should enable another headshot. He's only got 20 HP, but he's doing it. One remains. He knows where you are, Frozen. Linus for the hero play, but Frozen denies. Strafes under the crosshair.
We got some mechanical beasts on our side. Oh, and that was a quick shot.
Yeah, kind of feel robbed. Device is now going to have to play the rest of this round barefoot. His shoes have just been blasted into another dimension, and that's a shame for Robs. Surprised Dexter hasn't got that smoke out, but he's waiting to play reactionary. It may be disrespected, though. Yeah, they're going regardless. Good flashes. Plopsky does go down to the spray, and Dexter has enough bullets to take 2 down. No trade available from the Ninjas. A boost now, well-timed, as they cross in. And Linus caught clearing. Great defensive maneuvers here, but the flank from Device, or rather the lurk, has paid off.
They got the bomb still. They could pivot A.
Oh, and he reacts very quickly. Exactly what the doctor ordered. And Rez, maybe not a doctor, he would have to be surgical with these 3, and looks away, averts his gaze, can't find one. Oh my God, if Acor was just to clear this, he'd have
just sweeping.
Free frag. Uh-oh, Hampus gets the first. They know the AWP is close. He's forced to stick around. He will just be traded one-on-one. Bemis to defend the site solo. The whole squad's coming. 1v3 on A right now for the Bemis man, and can't quite deliver. Some damage, though.
Willing to fight mid. Now, this time, it didn't work. And that's what it looks like when the shoe's on the other foot, right? Both kills.
You see him strafe around this corner as soon as that smoke blooms. The flash is in, so is he. It's all about Frozen now. He's holding that pit jumper, but Plopsky's well too aware. He came prepared, and now the site is all Ninjas. Oh, a good bit of damage found by Dexter. He puts Device on notice, but it looks like Mousesports going to scurry away from this.
Yeah, and a great round from NiP. See you later, Acor.
Pip the gap. Dead sniper. Irretrievable. Hampus not aware of that library player. Maybe Dexter can
Ooh.
sneak away.
Let's see. Does Hampus want to keep a lid on this? Oh, wants a bit more than that. Push it into library. He will go down. Dexter trying to get to the AWP. Yikes. Okay.
Counter flash. Keeps him honest. Hampus is coming knocking. Frozen. Ooh, just as he gets up on the sandbags.
Look at this.
The aggression into the mix. Mousesports continue to punish NiP's mid setup. You try and set anything up around second. Here comes the fight. Dexter's in a powerful off angle. But they do isolate the first. And there's Dexter activated. Frozen locks it down. And it is Frozen that sticks around long enough.
And again, like Rops is just running into apartments. Look how much room and confidence he has. Like even if you just had a player on the bridge in second mid spamming on through, Rops can't take that space. He can't go for that.
But if you're on that bridge, you know there's a precedent set that Acor could be there.
Watch this.
And that's dead. Straight away, Linus just pokes his head into the apartments and he's sent packing. Bemis unlikely to lose his life to the Rez bedroom lurk. It's 3 CTs here. Rez really is borrowed in between the two of them. And oh, that's the end of him as well. You better hit some shots here, Hampus, because the rest of the map has fallen into enemy hands. Frozen does not convert. A new lease of life. Hampus going aggressive.
Hello.
13 bullets and a dream. A lovely angle over this smoke. Bomb planted, slips off, gap held, and that's the end of Hampus. Frozen's patience rewarded. Brave to be dropping the molly there from Device. Partners up with Plopsky. The molly has found one, but now he has to find the remaining two. They don't know he's Banana. Oh, they do now. They heard the sound cue. They see the plant. They know it's not for him, and this is just a lost round. He just has to accept it. Brutal. Trying to test Dexter and Frozen. Frozen will have the info. And
Are they even clearing?
not sure they will. Oh, they both go down. Dexter takes two. Plopsky responding onto him, but mission accomplished. Advantage maintained. Mouse now have a one-man lead, and they have to execute B. God, it's quite dry, quite quick. Plopsky's super far ahead. And Rez still gets the frag, gets the head. Here we go. Oh, Rez.
Uh-oh.
He's pulled NiP back into contention and then some. If anything, Acor and Bemis may not even be a voice in this one. He'd hope for a stray smoke shot to isolate a 2v2, but...
That is a really big loss for Mousesports. In the context of all this, remember I spoke about the loss bonus, where it was at, where the money situation is at for Mousesports.
They just put all their pennies in.
The Rops Deagle close range.
I mean, this is the counter to the dry bulk. If you do try a dry bulk, even Device is going to get pushed by Dexter as soon as he pulls this pin. Dexter's coming behind you. And Robs is only good for the one on the bulk. The flank from Dexter's not really got much to report either. Beam is to be cleared by that pit player. Rez is on his way across. Oh, and Dexter spots out Hampus, executes Hampus, and Bemis activated as well. Punishing now. Device's util usage is very good. Double molly to at least buy time to post up. Try and find one. Oh, aggressive. It was Bemis, and it's enough to feel fine. The round, Mousesports recover. Tunnel. Okay, now the counter flash and eliminating Device immediately. What was that? He's just gone. And Rops has finished off Hampus as well. This mid-round aggression again nets them an advantage. Coming into the orb. Acor does go down, but this is a powerful angle from Rops. Just playing under the balcony. You catch you as you leave. Rez is his first and Plopsky is second. A single Glock bullet to the head would make all of that money be for naught.
There we go.
There you go.
We're being sold.
Yeah, that was all it took, actually, was it, Chad?
Well, we need a couple more.
Okay.
But combined, they've already got a kill.
Oh, a very deep one from Linus. Underhands his smoke and takes the fight in pool. He's managed to isolate a duel. One slit through. And they're actually cancelling that, but they've parked Frozen here, and I don't think Linus is going to be anticipating this one, but from behind, oh, Rez is going to lose his life. Now that's a cancel from both ends, and Acor's got a very messy one to piece together again. Going to keep darting in and out of this angle, and fires off a warning shot, couple in fact, and Linus drawing the crosshair as best he can, looking to slow down the roll of Acor. Was that enough to repel them out of Banana and lead to that?
I think they called a cancel because he got space and they were just going to pause and wait, but then as soon as he's denied, it was just seeing what came their way, which was a plant, right? And because of that plant, they've been able to get 2 Galils and AK,
A MAC-10 and a Deagle, so not too shabby, all things considered. Rops, 17 kills to his name.
Yeah, and he's actually letting them throw their util. Finishes off Rops, and that's going to propel them forward through the flames. One's across, and now Hampus is dead too.
They can fall back
Yeah,
now.
there's one underneath you there.
Oh, they're committing.
Hampus. There's the commit. That's what he was waiting for, and he does eliminate at least one. God, he's not far off onto Frozen as well. These SMGs, they could do dirty damage. They do. Look at their health chart. They had 3 points of it between the two of them.
Okay, well, the Deagles are out. Hampus has only got a USP here.
What more do you need, Chad, to peak window? Oh, he's kind of been hard done by there. It was body shots, 10 HP left on the A-core. Hampus going to stick around. I guess it makes sense if you're the only one in the forward position. Just don't want to be giving him an upgrade if you do go down.
There is a gap behind him right now, so maybe he's expecting to be cleared, because here comes Pyjamas. He is coming through the apartments. He does have a Deagle in hand. This is territory that he knows quite well. You remember from the first half. He's going to get nothing for his troubles. So NiP, the first to reach double digits here.
Hampus, he's second-guessing himself, but confirmed now as the util is dumped. Klopski's boosted up. You'd expect to see some impact here, and playing with him. What is that? Hampus pushing the smoke. Klopski combines for 3. And it's LNZ, unchecked. One man is Robs looking to come up clutch. He has to plant. He has to plant now. He's faked it. What? He won't get the frags he's looking for, and that's an 11 for the Ninjas. There's some kills to come in, but consolation prize for Robs.
Just seeing how these teams go through their paces. I'd love to see one of them pick Ancient against OG in that series.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's the end of Frozen. His adventure cut short immediately as he mantles up on those logs. And, oh, a cat caught nade for A-core as he tries to replace him. Bemis tagged down. Rez caught. Very uncharacteristic of him there. Just wasn't expecting the peek out of Rops up mid. So his smoke goes down from his cold fingers, and they're actually in quite a threatening position here on A.
Hampus is isolated. He has to stay.
Yeah, but he'd be hoping his toes do stick out, but he strikes for 2 again. The impact of NiP's leader. Oh, nearly more. The Tech-9 chips away at what little remains of Bemis's health. Bomb now retrieved.
Klopski? Klopski?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one at all, mate. That's the denial. That should be the denial. Takes Bemis. He knows the last was planting on the site. A flash, not bad, but A-core has to come up clutch here. Knows they're up against the AWPer. Device is crawling in behind him and baits the shot. Oh, Linus doesn't even need the help. He's done it all there, and another impactful round out of NiP's rookie.
And a close mid stack as Hampus boosted on up. Rez to support. And they're coming through.
Hampus, no vision. Does hold on, holding on. He's boosted up and again finding 2 from the mid-hold. That stops Mousesports from running away with it. The rotate is so fierce, and the bomb still T-steps. I think they want to see what A-core can find, but
found everything.
He finds the whole squad, and now Valk as well. Still an issue. Device now keeps them even more honest. Frozen can catapult himself into a 1v2 with loads of time to reposition off the back of this. They're not slowing down just yet. I think Linus is going back to line up his Molotov for coffins, interestingly enough. And oh, they caught a glimpse. Frozen's power is lost, and oh my god, strafes out for a quick headshot, but that's going to be another one. Just in the nick of time on the defuse. Trading off of one another, and NiP stay spotless. Yeah, this indicates a commitment. So, Rez and Hampus, if you've got it in you, it's up to them to keep the NiP record completely untarnished. They're going for a long wrap. Rez and Hampus aware of the potential. And oh, just has been spotted out on the entry. Still allowed to activate. He's got 1, and he lives on for a second. Oh, and a 3rd. No, Rez! You can't do him like that.
NiP should be closing this one out.
Okay, Bemis with the Hail Mary, and it's not even been successful. Both of them dip away. Very battered and bruised. Linus going to have to try and find value in his util in a more passive stance, but again, opening frag goes NiP's way, and they're looking to completely run away with an 8-0, make it 9-0 finish. Frozen's not interested in that. There is still a B defender here, and Hampus has been called upon. Ooh, interesting. The fact he's dumping his util and spraying, almost implying that it's no one on the site.
Flash and a Molotov. They're operating with nothing, and now they're operating with less. Hampus, with all the info, they know it's going to be the A finish. This is surely done.
Don't catch him with their backs turned, and he has both of them. Takes down Frozen. Rops was there as well, slowed down now by the Hampus push, and he's rightfully passive and striking as Rops gives up. Brutal. The timing on Hampus, the impact his frags have caused. Not to be dismissed, and this will be the perfect finish. A spotless defense to wrap it up. 16-8 the scoreline, a 9-0 CT haul.
I don't know, man. I'm just looking at this series and no T-side round wins. Obviously for Mousesports, a big deal. On the third map, they lose both pistols, can't get any momentum going, and just like Acre again, pretty much nowhere to be seen. I think for me, really, that's the biggest question mark at the moment for this Mousesports lineup. You know, no team is going to make changes prior to the major in a month and a half or so. But I think after that, if they don't see a significant improvement from him, I think they have to look towards an upgrade in the upper position. I don't know, man. I'm just looking at this series and no T-side round wins. Obviously for Mousesports, a big deal. On the third map, they lose both pistols, can't get any momentum going, and just like Acre again, pretty much nowhere to be seen. I think for me, really, that's the biggest question mark at the moment for this Mousesports lineup. You know, no team is going to make changes prior to the major in a month and a half or so. But I think after that, if they don't see a significant improvement from him, I think they have to look towards an upgrade in the upper position.
Something tells me you agree, Maniac.
Yeah, I do. I truly do. And we have to take off the gloves here. As it currently is, Acor doesn't have the shoulders to stand with top competition in Counter-Strike. It's as harsh as it is. We have, over the course of a best of 3, we see night and day. We see a second map where he feels more comfortable. He certainly has that impact. He finds the opening kill on the T side. Everything looks easier. Everything looks more polished. But on the first map and on the third one, he's nowhere to be seen. And this has nothing to do with him personally, just the player. In Counter-Strike era nowadays, where you need your AWP to give you these opening kills, to give you these clutches, he just doesn't. And on the course of a best of 3, we see the impact.
We don't want to speculate too much. You don't know what's going on inside the team. Sure, like Inferno isn't really an Opper's map as much, but even on the CT side, he only ended up with 4 kills like Op. On Inferno on CT side is very, very important. And, you know, it might be just a case of overvaluing a player before bringing him in, right? Like maybe you thought his ceiling was higher, maybe you thought he was just playing better than he actually is. I think, you know, I don't want to be too harsh, right? But I think there's been an extended period of time that he's been on the team and has plenty of opportunities to show us some of that potential.
Yeah, I think didn't really end up the way we wanted. We kind of let Vertigo float a bit, and I think it was fine. We were really confident that we're going to win either way, even though Vertigo was the second map. And yeah, I think we're all really happy with this win.